Okie dokie. Sure, this is all set up nice and good. All set up. Oh, my voice coming through. Hardy har har. God. Alrighty. Looks like everything else is up and going. Perfect. Just gonna move this down just a tad bit so I can see it properly. I'm gonna take a drink of my agua. And then we'll get started. And we get started. Starting a bit late today. But we are back. I hope everyone's having a great day. And if you're not having a good day, I do hope it gets better. We are playing Trails in the Sky again, as usual. I have a feeling we're near the end, but I don't know how near the end we are, so I guess we're going to see very shortly. I guess. We'll see. It's very hard to tell. I know we're about to do the dinner thing, so I don't know if that's like... I don't think that's like the ending. I really don't think so. So... yeah. I kind of... I know I healed myself before we departed the last part. I don't know if I want to... I guess we could head to the hotel. It's not that like expensive. We can head there, heal up real quick. I think... oh no, we're still in this district. Never mind. But we'll heal up. I want to just be ready in case there's like a fight that we don't know about. I mean, I'm assuming there's gonna be a fight. There could be one with Richard. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, so we'll see. I'm just expecting more of a... I guess for this part, we might just be more doing story. Oh, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. You know what? Before we do that, I did want to check one thing. I want to check the what's it called? The bulletin board and see if there's any quests. Reported. Okay, no. Okay, we're all good to go then. Let's have this nice, lovely dinner party. Yes. Well, let's show the gatekeeper our invitations in. Ugh, I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Yeah, but we've met these two dudes, I think, right? Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official business here, you need to... Hey, hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant. See, right here. We're in invitations. Let's see. To Zen and his team, in appreciation for your performance and in completion, you're coordinarily invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay. You guys were the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. Hello, Min. How are you? I am doing good. Can't complain. I hope all is well with you. And yeah, we're kind of getting right into it. I went to go heal. I checked the bulletin board. I'm hoping that just in case we face somebody, I don't know. I'm assuming we're just going to be getting some story stuff. I guess. Hopefully. But we'll see, I guess. So is that you? You got it? We would greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head maid told us you'd be coming. You are missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Well, that's a pity. No matter. Please go on in. I hope you're doing well, men. Hope all is well. Yeah, what could happen in a castle? Like, what could happen considering all of our enemies are supposed enemies are in this castle, you know? It'd be one interesting place to have a free-for-all. It's like the Hawking Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of the castle. But it's all more solid too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impenetrable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has broken through their Ahenbarg wall. The capital has been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of minutes and instructions amongst the nobles. Oh, jeez, I misread that. But even the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Or so the stories say. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now welcome to Her Majesty, Grancel Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by your welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. Oh, that's so cool. Ooh, wow. That's just the... I thought that was the base level. Fancy. Whoa, yeah, that's an understatement, Estelle. You can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the tradition and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grancel Castle. You are Zen and his team, correct? Oh god. Captain Emelitha. It's just really unexpected, but even so. That's right. We came at the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are... Pardon me. I'm Captain Kone Emelitha of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle Defense. I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You're too kind, really. And may I say, I didn't know they made a woman as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. My, but you are the flatterer. I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Stella and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in Zeus, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? I'm afraid not. We left the case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grancel. We never even had the follow-up report on it. I see. That's truly a shame. He never does, no. He shoots his shot everywhere he goes. You gotta respect it. You miss all the shots you don't take, so you know, hey, eventually it's gonna land, I guess, eventually. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now we must show you to your rooms. Sarah, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs. Do not bore them with any idle chatter. Did I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. Bro, they have this place on their threshold, under their fucking, like, dome, dog. This is insane. Yeah, dog. It's insane that he was half-assing that shit, and he's, like, I guess if we're kind of doing a skill thing, it seems like he's almost on Koss's, like, level of fighting. It kind of seems like, even though he half-assed it, and it's just like, damn, dog, like, that's kind of scary to think about, because, like, he was already annoying just like gameplay wise to deal with, half-ass. I can't imagine like a fight fully fledged now. So it's kind of like fuck. No worries, no worries. I think the VOD should still be up in case you ever want to watch it. If not, it'll be uploaded to the VOD channel whenever it gets uploaded. But it was definitely an interesting thing. Like, I was just thinking, dog, how strong can he actually be? Because, and not only that, like, who trained him? Clearly Joshua I think Joshua has an understanding of it, like who could train him just by his style. So that, again, it just like, there's a lot more questions than answers again. Okay, no worries. I'm glad, because it was definitely an interesting. It was definitely an interesting story thing that came out of it. I'm like, I'm thinking, what the hell? Because there's so many questions, so little answers right now. That's like my only gripe. For my part, I must bid you farewell. Fuck that lady. Now that is one fine woman. I hate to say this, Zen, but your taste in woman is crap. I love you, though. Dog, Joshua has to know him, or at least know of where he got his fighting style from. There's no way around it anymore. Joshua knows something. And then once Joshua explains that, we get more of Joshua. Hopefully. That's what the Kurt thing is interesting, man, because I don't know who could have, like, okay, I think we can assume who he could have thought to give him those things, but at the same time, it's kind of like speculation. So I hope he can like recover at least a part, and then we could probably figure it out. Like, I have a feeling it's fuck, why did his name just slip my head? The Lawrence, I think it's like a Lawrence that he possibly fought, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to say, so we'll see. There's nothing fine about the fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. I just tend to find that woman like that turn out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers. Then I don't know. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh my honor. Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I'm Sarah, maid here at the castle. I'll be at your service this evening, from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us the room, then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. She does look good, but it's like the snippets of her personality are like, dog, it's everything I would dislike about a character, for the little tad bits and stuff like that. This place is fucking huge. Oh, wow. Get a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy. Just though. What's that way? Oh, 100. He definitely does love the challenge. He's like, I could fix her. I can do it. That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh, no. It's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? Interesting. I hope the head maid isn't like a spy, I guess? I don't know. Like working with these people. I hope not. This is your room where you'll be staying. Please go on in. Okay. Pardon us. I could see that. I could definitely see that because she seems very loyal. It's just that I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Anybody trying to hurt other people is just like, come on now. I think I know what who you're referencing. Like, not who you're referencing, but I think it did happen in Zeus too. I think that's where it transpired, where she got that. I think it was just like a side comment made by maybe it was Clone Richard? No. It was Neil, I think. In the reports. I think. It might have been. Was it Russell? I could be wrong. I thought it was like maybe in the report. Like, I think someone made a comment about the report when we did the reports on their backstories or what info he was able to grab up. I could be wrong though. It could be Russell too. I don't know. We're gonna have to go back and see because someone did. I do remember someone making a comment, but I don't remember exactly who made that comment. I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice. This will make a good story for later. I believe there is still some time before the party. You are free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the queen resides is a small place of sorts built in the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace, that sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grand Salt from during her birthday festivities. So you cannot go to the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the royal guard room, and also the treasury, I believe. The royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all the terrorist stuff. Dead ass, dog. This, like, whole castle is insanely beautiful. And not only that, the music is so good here. It's so good. Like, they killed the vibe for this. Understood. By the way, where are the others who are invited doing? They already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respected rooms. Alright. So Mayor Klaus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Now then. Hey Zen. We want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be right back in time for the party. It must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem. Have fun. Me, I'm going to kick back and relax in this, oh, so luxurious room. Can we go back in? I want to look around. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invites too. We'll likely know most of them. Oh, that doesn't seem too bad. What's in here? Jeez! Hello! It's a big-ass room. I feel like the layout of this room is a little weird. Is this supposed to be a library? or historic room? I don't know. I feel like we could organize this a bit better. I think, but oh well. What are these people at the intelligence division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. Hey, buddy, you should tell them that. Hey. Oh, Joshua Estelle, you made it. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins, you were invited to the banquet as well, sir? I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. A little mare birdie told me you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Yeah, thank you. I had no idea. We'll be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Libel. It's only fitting to be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. Ooh, okay. The Queen, mayors of every city, and the other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of the state. Wow, sounds big. So all these guys have been invited here tonight too? No, I say only about half. Her Majesty's still ill, and General Morgan's away on official military business. And Mayor Dallimore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell, he's a bit too entranced and too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be hold a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Duan stands on all these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I would like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia, the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere. I'm told she'll come to the capital as of a few days ago. So she's here then. I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you'll have the chance. I hope we get to meet her too. I'm hoping we get to meet the Queen. Be like, hey, yo, Queen. They sabotaging the fuck out of this place. Hey! Maybelle, what? And Leela. Joshua, Estelle. Here at last. I kept wondering when you get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you were invited here too, Mayor. Hey, wait. You were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Claus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite the impossible given the circumstances. Which one? The last thing I got was, that came through was A Beautiful Place. Where we were talking about the castle. That's the last one that showed up on my thing, so I don't know if that's it or if there's another one you're referencing. Yes, sis, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry, I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at the banquet, and that everything else going on. What is Duke Duan thinking? Zen, I think? No, we don't. We don't. Yeah, no, we don't. We only know that he's from Eastern descent. Oh, no worries about disconnecting. It's fine. But no, we only know that he's from Eastern descent. That's about all we know about Zen. And that he, like, is hand-to-hand combat. And he's one of the bracers in the eastern side of the world. Or at least one of the top bracers on the eastern side. The capital was so stubborn about inviting me too. I had no real choice but to accept. Someone made this comment too, where they felt like, or at least I don't know if they made this exact comment, but it kind of gave the implications that they must attend this event, which is very interesting. You mean Captain Amelitha? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye when she spoke them. I dare not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Yeah, he probably is in his knowing how structurally they do these things, he's definitely in his mid-20s. And then the older people are like in their 40s and 50s. Which is so interesting. The general's unavailable is the longest message I've been able to be wiring from them. They should seem busy with the anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all of this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this, well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. Well, I hate to break it to you, there's gonna be something more. No, that ass dog. It's still like it's funny. It's funny whenever people make comments about Estelle or like Joshua. It's always like hilarious to hear everyone's like talk about them. It's so sweet and so well mannered. I love it. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef is here, is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to boast post-haste. I don't like the setup in the sense that I don't like how things are being like laid out. Oh, that's a big ass throne room, jeez. It kind of feels like they're gonna do some heinous thing in front of everybody. Oh, I got you. Estelle, Joshua, Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With mayor class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. I must say, yeah, that's the thing. I think like the funny thing is when it comes to like animes and like games and stuff like that, even in real life, they treat like 20-year-olds like damn near like it's the end of your prime. Like, no, you're like, no, that's not how it works. To be fair, this game is on like again on the more older side of things, so different timetables and stuff like that. But games and stuff like that treat people like, oh, they're out of time once you hit like 25, and it's like, no, you're still good to go. Most people, as long as you take care of yourself, I would say like peak life is probably in your like 30s and stuff like that. Yeah, once you hit 25, you just get the doom counter over your head. It just starts ticking down every time you make a mistake or something. The counter just drops. So like you get 3 turns, just drops 2, then 1, 0, and the doom counter comes. You just you're dead. Like that would suck, but I don't know why we got this like such normalization that once you hit 25, you're basically dead. Hey, it's time to give up. Everything's over. Try again. It doesn't work like that, but we know that. But I guess games back then wanted to put that fear into people. I guess to make it relatable, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up as hobbying in the general Grand Cell Castle. Cost us kids to the bone you are. It took more than our upbringing to get us here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Emelitha from the intelligence division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leastron Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run too. Army hasn't found them yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Emelitha if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we totally got that covered. We will get the professor's message to Her Majesty, one way or another. I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be anyone else in these rooms. Because I think that covers like all of our mares and stuff. Oh, that looks cool. But like, I don't think there's anybody. Oh, there's stairs. Oh, hello. What is this? This is a place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of. But be it alcohol or non-alcoholic. Sarah would love this place. We would have a frenzy party in here. Can I go behind the counter? Oh my goodness. Okay. What's up here? Oh, it's the garden. God, this is pretty. To be fair, I kind of expected more of a garden, but it still works out. Oh, wow. Check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town too. Must be great for recognition. Reconciliation. What the hell? Oh, as nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We got a job to do. Yeah, but take a look around. Oh. I was gonna go check the other way. Of course they're here. Who are you? Hey, you two. We're here as guests of Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it'd be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... Hey. The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them have time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madam, we didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returned to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a bracer social standing would even be invited here. Bracer social standing? Such discouraging. You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle. No, that's not what I... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you've not forgotten that. Yeah, lady, you put them in place. Fuck these dudes. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. But madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I am terribly sorry, sir, madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Oh, alright. That's fine, we'll do as you ask. I apologize, we weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then, just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. I apologize that you were subject to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I am the head maid of the Grand Cell Castle, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties. We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. I know that's this handwriting. You see, we also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. Oh, I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If not, if now's not a good time, we can try later, but no, it's not an issue. But those special ops men have had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face to face. There are just too many particulars we don't know that we really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Duan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party's over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome. Understood, we'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll begin serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. I was gonna say, please don't start automatically. Oh, sweet, so this is her room. Oh, this is Sarah's. Okay. What else is down here? Such a huge ass place. Jeez. Oh, hello. There's a basement? Yeah. Damn. Why is there special ops here? Okay. Oh yeah, they did say that there's gonna be things here. What is this? I guess a secret exit. Interesting to note that. What else is around here? Oh, is this the dinner party? Awesome. What else? Is there anything else around? Oh, no. Spec Ops is there. Oh, no one's here. What is this? This is the administrative room. This is where most of the actual ruling of Liberal takes place. With Her Majesty ill, we'll taking orders from the Duke. Look how everyone just dislikes the Duke. I wonder if he fully knows what's going on. Or if he's just really too dumb to see it. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know. Sorry. We got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. Huh? Well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Roland. Plus, we met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Oh, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we've come to Granso? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right, for a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the assembly kept me too busy to keep any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't too bad, so bad. Normally, that would be enough to handle most cases, I imagine. But with all of them connected in Grand Cell, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, could be. I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Sarah back in Roland. Please tell us she's Ophae, please. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sarazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvert. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably Dad. Please pardon me. The table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. I don't like this layout. With all the empty plates then, plenty of knives and forks though. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with horse dovo. What in the hell? Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners. And here comes anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you have to get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who'd be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that forks from the east usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in liberal, do as the liberalians do policy. I love Maybelle. She's such a cool character. She's so sweet. And she's been like such a good mayor too. She really cares about her people in her home. But also just like in general, she kind of seems like she wants the best for what happens in Libel. Genuinely speaking, it sounds like. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegant handling. I'm impressed. You're as much of a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. You flatter me. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than a leech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might the other one be for? Indeed. Perhaps it is intended for Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Presenting His Grace the Duke. Oh, God. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my unclothed soldier uniform and allow me to sit with you. Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever. You gotta be kidding. You're having dinner with him? I suspect this might happen, but it's still unnerving. I mean, Letha's not gonna sit. She's just gonna stand there. It's kind of rude, isn't it? Oh, excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybelle? What do you think of Grand Cell Castle's Master Chef? Is his cooking not on par with the Alm and Bose Anteros restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You're not the first to say such things. What of you, Zen? Was it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberian cuisine, though. Good, good, I'm glad to hear. And you, young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Indeed, it is a genuine treat. Yes, it is known. It's known for having that really fancy restaurant. That's what it's mainly known for. But I guess you could say that it's also known for its food. Yeah, I think it actually. Yeah, no. It's known for its food and then the market too. That like big market in the center of town, where like people gather and stuff. Because I think they mentioned that it was like a Michelin star restaurant in Bose. I think that's what it is, or it's like considered one of the best restaurants in all of Libel. Yeah, that's basically what he told them. He's like, "You guys have been eating garbage your whole life. How does the fine cuisine taste, my dear? How does spaghetti and meatballs taste compared to your garlic parmesan?" Like, dog, shut the hell up. Like, I hate when people talk like this. It's so annoying. It's certainly delicious food. We couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your grace's invitation. Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in such a bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is an ambient, and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Oh god, here we go. Fuck. Oh yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? What might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you all no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Yeah, I think we should eat first, finish this food, because this shit gonna get real tight in here real quick, I swear. Joshua, grab that knife. Get ready, dog. Because this shit is about to... Ooh. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Is she saying that, or are you saying that? Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorist plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebration will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely, that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as we previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abduct the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Duan. Oh god, no. Do these motherfuckers not understand that they are like... let's finish this out, see if anyone like rebels against this. Hold on. Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well. Her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Why does that even gotta matter? Given that I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following her festival successful conclusion, as the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible is Her Majesty to condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed I never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposed to be a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness. Thank you, Maybell. Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch crudely. Hm. Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take his grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elective official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. What? Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first to help strive off any chaos or public discord before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abduction of the throne will have the intentional repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on part of the Urbonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. I fucking hate this guy. This is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations. But you thought it would be best to inform us the first, so that we can prepare for any issues that may arise, correct? I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If that's all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yeah, he's really, really good at his job, unfortunately, and fuck that, dog. Like, jeez or Pete, I hate that so much. Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, excuse me, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? That's who? Wow, the princess too, right? No doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say I agree. With her wisdom in this matter, I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. This all screams of there is no princess here, there's no queen here. They've already done what they've done to them. Like, we saw the doppelganger already and how good it was. This is gonna be bad. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Yeah, it's like, this is just bad. It is really bad. Though it's strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. I hate this. I hate all the royalty in this game. They suck. I haven't met the queen and princess yet, so it's hard to say if we even can meet them, if they're even alive. But these royalty people are ass outside the mayors. I understand. If that happens, then we'll have two major events to celebrate. That so it was a side quest when we took over. Fuck, where was this? It was in what town was it? It was when the mayor tried to burn down the orphanage. I forget the town name, but it was a side quest where we faced, not faced, but we came in contact with a doppelganger who like disguised himself perfectly as the storage facility manager, and no one could tell the difference until the real person showed up and was like, "Oh, I've been here the whole time." Ruan, yes, Ruan. I don't know why that name slipped my head, but Ruan, there was a side quest of a doppelganger who was like laying those puzzles out, and he managed to partake or not change himself into the storage facilities manager, disguised himself perfectly. No one knew. Even Joshua was like on edge about it. So I makes you wonder if that side content of the doppelganger could be pretending to be the queen. Because a lot of this just seems, and just from what we know of them capturing like General Morgan in them, this just like implies, or like I feel that they may like have the queen and princess like captive somewhere else. And even though I know the maid is gonna like I don't know what she's planning to do, but even though the maid's attending to her, I wonder to what degree the maid is attending to the queen. Like, is she facing her face to face, or is it behind like a veil of sorts? So I wonder. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zen? Don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't seem like this kind of conversation you want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? That is solely because of the scrupuous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. So yeah, see, this is what the thing was. They didn't plan for us to win. Which is, oh no, he did. I've already This is so interesting. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess Liberal's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say we aren't. This is because we lack the military strength of the Empire of the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but this was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was a huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was. Can't believe things have already gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. Food was so amazing and practically melted in my mouth. Couldn't tell that the last flavor was, though. That's the thing, too. It, like, through the side remarks that he's made, it's like he has something to gain from this, right? He's got, like, there's something he has values, like you said. He does have values and stuff like that. But it's like, what's the goal, I guess? Because if you're trying to start, I guess it kind of seems like he's trying to start a revolution, right? If you're trying to start a revolution, I feel like this way of approaching it isn't the best thing to do, because it could leave a bad taste in people's mouths and stuff like that. Like, if they found out about all your heinous things and all the stuff you've done, I feel like that comes, of course you're gonna have the followers, but I feel like that comes back and like bites some people in the butt, or bites you in the butt. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. But knowing JRPGs, at the end of this, we're going to be fighting a god. So, you know, it would actually be really funny that if we actually do fight like some mythical being at the end of this. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's just like, it makes you wonder what the end goal specifically is for people, for these guys to do. Are they just here to, I guess the best way to put it, are they just here, like I said, to start a revolution and like try to like destroy the monarchy, I guess is the way to put it. But at the same time, they are going to use the Black Ornament, which shuts down ornament powers, and everything right now is powered by ornaments. And if you're the only one in control of it, I think that's this is so interesting. I really hope we get to touch base on like these guys and what their like goal actually is before this game ends. I really hope we do, because if we do, that will seal the deal for me. I hope. Gosh, this game is so good. But anyway, did you want to go out for a walk to walk some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I can go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? Sure, don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historical architecture around here, you know? If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've got to be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be some liquor and a snack. You sound like I want Sarah to meet Zen. Well, they met. I mean, I just want to see a conversation between these two. An active conversation. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda, like we promised. She'll probably know a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. Oh God, Hilda, please save us. Oh, it's you, huh? Oh, fuck. Colonel Richard. Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dallimore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realized that we exchanged a few words, but you made quite an impression on me. Yeah, Richard's gonna save us. Gonna save my ass, dog. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cossus. How'd you find that out? I don't think that's that part of information at this point, if we're being honest. Please understand, I'm not trying to show off my intelligence division capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can probably express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Oh yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge instead? I'll mix you up a couple virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me then. Oh, she don't like that at all. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. Oh, God. At least it's just him. I met Cossus shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I have found myself in his debt yet again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And, what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman, too, to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battle fronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't even know better, I'd say you were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War. Yes, he was my CEO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I got to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Caustus Bright had not been a part of the Royal Army, Libro would now be a part of the Urbronian Empire. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack of doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declaring even a medal from the Queen, so few knew of his achievements. Deadass? That's actually like fucking insane. Dog, what? Like, it, posing it as that, like, oh hey, I can find out exactly where you live if I just send you a friend request. That's absolutely fucking insane, dog. Like, what? That's really scary because, like, if you, like, for example, like, you know how people get like angry over the dumbest things on like Twitter, right? Imagine they find out like you play a game, like somehow you left your username up or something, and they just send a request, and then they're able to pull that info and then dox you and then do all that. Like, that is not cool, dog. Uh, somebody needs to like, I don't know how you fix it. I don't even know how you would go about fixing something like that. Like, how do you even begin the process of doing that? Interesting. Huh. I might have to look into that because it seems like an interesting concept, but it's like it's like it's an interesting concept, but it's so scary to think about. I hope it's fixed. Like, I hope for like anybody, excuse me, that uses the internet that it's fixed, because that's awful. Because you always hear stories about like how data caches and stuff like that could easily, like, people always talked about like how that's accessible and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess thinking about it, it's not out of the realm of possibilities because we see data breaches all the time. But just for the simple act of just sending the friend request is like the crazy part about it, I think. Because, yeah, link me the video. I'll have to check it out later. If I get a chance this evening or tomorrow, I could probably check it out. I'll try to check it out tonight. I would like to see this, because that's definitely interesting. I just can't imagine, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like that could like lead if someone is behind it. Well, if someone knows about it, but like, if you're able to do that. I wonder how far you could go with it. I just hope it's patched up because that would be all right. Perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna load it up in my tab so I have it like at least
Okay, bro.
playing, so that way we have it. Found out cyber offense is my passion. That's such an interesting comment. But oh shoot, I forgot to tab this in. My bad. Huh. Huh. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's definitely gonna be interesting. That's almost like imagine you're able to find somebody off their location because you watch the same YouTube video. Like I feel like even though I feel like Google would has somewhat better protection on it, it's just like insane. It's still insane to think about. It's so insane to think about. Great. At least in Trails, you don't have to worry about cyber problems. You just got to worry about orbital problems. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? Yeah, no, it's an insane thing. It's insane and it's scary. Because if you can just do that, you could probably find like a breach for not even having to send a friend request. You could probably do it by looking at their profile, pulling up certain things. It's already like very flip-floppy that Twitter allows people to look at people's general locations, right? Like you're able to pull up people's I don't really know how you do it, but I know that you can do it now. But like that's already kind of like a very skeptical thing, because I did see like posts where I think if it has like an asterisk next to it, it means that person's using a VPN. And if it doesn't have an asterisk, that's like the location of said person, like the general like region. So that's already like teetering on a very like loose line. Like hang on, let me see if I could I'll look at it later. But like for me, it's like the states, right? The USA. I think like if you click mine, it just says United States, which okay, there's like 50 states in the United States of America. But if you were to find a way, you could probably break that down to finding out which of the 50 states I'm a part of, and then break it down even further, and you could probably find me. So it's kind of like, yeah, Twitter just basically doxed everybody, which is like, it, I mean, I think they did it, if I remember correctly, they did it because of the bots or something like that. But if anything, that just like, it's already, like I said, it's a very weird teetering line, because you could easily assess, like if someone's like I said, for me, for example, the states, it's not that hard to like, I feel, for example, if I mention something in passing, right, that you could be like, type into Google or something like, hey guys, it takes me X amount of hours to get to this X amount of sorry, it takes me X amount of hours or minutes to drive to this national park. You could probably easily like put that into Google, type out how many, like what regions around take that X amount of time to get to that national park, and now you have a range, right? All be and it's stuff like that. So that's why it's always like you gotta be careful about what you say and also how you word it and stuff like that. It's just like how people are like able to find exactly where you live if you take a picture outside of your own window. Like people, it's one of those things where I don't think people realize that there's some crazy ass people out there, and that they can find you if you just take a picture outside your window, like take the outside picture of your window and stuff like that. It is freaky to think about. It's insanely freaky to think about and stuff like that, because you never know who you are like dealing with and stuff like that, and you never know if you may accidentally like make someone mad without you even really entailing to do that, right? So it's kind of like it's weird. It's very like, I guess, scary to think about, because it's just like you never know who's like watching and listening and stuff, which is always creepy in itself. But when it comes to like cyber stuff like that, I feel like Twitter adding that regional thing and stuff like that, and like where you live, was a step in a wrong direction when it comes to like online privacy. Because just like we see it all the time in like the political climate now, people get upset over things, very like they lash out very quickly to other people, like with slurs and stuff like that. All it takes is like for one deranged person to be like really pissed and go pull up the person who said something they don't agree with, pull out their information, and then start looking through stuff they may have posted and stuff like that, and narrowing that down step by step. I don't either. It's got to be like one of those things like in the back of the mind. It like, I guess it's one of those things in the back of their minds where like they are cautious with what they say, I guess, and stuff. Like I don't think it's bad to like share things to kind of get a point across, but I think it's like one of those things where like people don't overshare what certain things they do or certain places they go to, because like for the big people, right, they stream, like for example, some people stream to like thousands, hundreds of people, some people get like thousands of watchers of video and stuff like that. You never know out of like all those like hundreds or thousands of people who might actually like have an issue or something like that and may try to like do something and stuff. I guess it helps when you are able to set boundaries and stuff, but even then, like sometimes people who are, I hate to say it, like are crazy, they will ignore those things and they will do whatever it is they want to do, because it's just the way they perceive it, which it really does, I think. Yeah, I agree with that too. If you're like that's what I've noticed too, is that like if you are like a genuinely good person, like one of those like, I wouldn't say like, how do I say this? Like if you're always negative and stuff like that, I feel like, or not even negative, I feel like if you're just a person who goes out, I don't want to say anybody's name because I feel I don't want to get like some random thing come back and bite me. But like I feel like if you're always nitpicking, like I feel like, okay, how about like if you're like a drama person and stuff like that, like if you only like cover drama topics or like you seek drama itself, I feel like that sort of environment is just filled with so much negativity or like already, that I feel like it could be like you say one thing the wrong way or say something that you necessarily like aren't used to aligning yourself with, it just causes a huge back track, a backlog of like negativity be reflected back onto you. But the unfortunate thing is that you created that environment where things are negative in said environment, especially when you cover like drama topics and stuff like that. But yeah, I do agree. It all comes down to like the person creating like a very like just a cohesive environment and stuff like that. Like you see it all the time where like people who are openly racist and stuff like that, we see like what type of community they like attract, and we see what happens when they like say something that that community doesn't agree with. It like it's an insane like thing and stuff like that. And it's just so interesting of like how people handle that stuff, right? I don't know. It's really interesting. At least I find it kind of interesting because, as far as I know, like people I watch and like those streamers and like YouTube videos and stuff like that, most people that I do usually have like a positive community and stuff like that. And the streaming sphere and YouTube sphere of videos and stuff that I watch, like it's always so cool to like go into a stream and like people are like having conversations on the side and like just talking about their day, and it's just like a good time and stuff like that. But you're also able, or they're able to have like real discussions that aren't particularly like gaming or like anything else. Sometimes you can have a real discussion about what's happening in the world, and everyone's like, yeah, you know, like it's really bad, and here's my take XYZ on it, and everyone can like talk about it in a very civil matter, even though certain topics I feel like you there's not like too like everyone should be able to voice an opinion, but there's certain topics where it's like, dog, there either you're on this opinion or you're not. And if you're not with, how do I word this? If like, I guess just like racism, let's just say, because that's already something I've already said. Like if you say like, oh, I'm for that type of stuff, I would be like, no, like you cannot be for that stuff. Like there's no reason for anybody in this world to be racist. And if you like, I will not hear, for me personally, I will not hear a counter argument of why someone would want to tell me why racism is a good thing. I would not want to hear it, nor would I encourage that person to be even listened to, because it's one of those topics where it's like, no, no, there's no ifs and or buts. The only time where I feel like you can have like certain discussions where it's like two different opinions and stuff like that is like what toppings you like on pizza and stuff like that. Like that always causes a huge discussion no matter where, because people love their pizza and people will always bicker about what toppings to put on pizza. But there are certain topics where I'm like, you can't, I feel like there is no opposition to be discussed. But it feels good to be to have like people in those communities that are able to sit down, not only be good to one another, look out for one another, kind of make friends within that community, but also like you're able to have those good conversations. No, I get surprised every day. I like generally I get surprised every day too. It's insane to me because it's like it this is where it like gets really weird because I've had racial remarks tossed my way, right? It's just like for me, I just don't understand how people, and this is probably very naive, like I just don't understand how people are racist and stuff like that. Like I truly don't think I do think people are taught at a young age to be racist and stuff like that. Because it starts, it just doesn't magically start randomly for the most part. I feel like it's taught at a young age, but it's just like, I don't understand it. I really don't. Because I guess it's just the way I envision, or like how I feel about this world, is that like I feel like everyone belongs here, right? I don't think anyone should be excluded from the world. I feel like everybody needs each other in some shape or form. We all need one another. And I guess that's where I'm like, I don't understand how you can be racist. I really don't, because a lot, like, it's like, even in stories and games, when they talk about racism and like how characters, like, I guess Waka's case, right? Like, we can use Waka for Final Fantasy X, which I know fictional, but in Waka's case, when he was basically racist or like discriminatory towards the Albed, you saw how it started, but how he started to change course on that. But it also just like really depicted how greatly how that slope is to being a discriminatory person. Like, that slope is very steep, but it also can happen very quickly, and it takes like time to come out of it. But again, it like depicted that whole process of like that. But even then, I'm like, I just don't get it. And that's just like a fictional game. In real life, these are stuff that we deal with every single day. We deal with these people every day. It just doesn't make a lick of sense. It really isn't. It really isn't. It's just like, and it's weird, because when you see why, there's actually really no real why. People like talk about subject matters and stuff like that, and it's like, or I don't know how to say this. Like, I guess they're thinking that they're trying to put a point or make a point to whatever it is they're doing, and it's not like a valid point. It's not, like you said, it's not a rationalized thought. It's sometimes just stuff that you feel and stuff like that. And if you feel that way, you should try to talk to people about why you feel that way. You shouldn't lash out at a group of whoever it is about it. Yeah, it's just like, it's basically that. It's basically solely on how someone looks. And like, let's say like you had one bad experience, dog. Okay, everybody's not gonna treat you like crap. Like, if like, for example, for the person who sent racist remarks my way in my lifetime growing up, if I just said like, everyone a part of that group of people who said that, they all think that same way, like, I would, like, I didn't want to think like that. I had one bad interaction. Well, it was more than one, but I've had one bad interaction with that person. That's just one person. Like, I'm sorry that they feel that way about me and the way I look, but I'm not going to turn that hatred they put on me back on a group of people that look like them. That doesn't make sense. Sure, you're going to encounter like assholes and dickheads and people that are rude as fuck, or they are very ignorant about whatever it is that you are, or is, whatever it is. That doesn't mean everyone that is of similar color, looks, features, weight, size, whatever it is, they don't all think like that. it's very naive to think that people think all the same. Everybody has different thoughts and feelings on how they approach things. Not everybody is the same, right? And it's like I think like that's where the stem of racism really starts. It's just like a lot of people are idiotic. A lot of people don't think rationally. I don't think a lot of people really understand like that racism carries a lot of weight to it, especially with the way you talk to other ethnicities and races about how you perceive them. And I don't know. It's just like I feel like in a perfect world, of course, this wouldn't exist. But it's one of those things where it's to a point now where I don't know how we really go about like fixing it, because the clear cut answer would be, well, we should stop talking about XYZ, but that can't happen because someone will always bring up points that don't entail anything or don't like hold any weight. It's just something they personally feel about how someone looks and stuff like that. And it's just awful. It really is, because it's just sad to think about that people like it's just sad to think that people would rather see certain groups of people x'd out for just the way of their skin, for just the way they look and stuff like that. Like, to me, it's an awful thing. I don't get it. I'll never understand how people can be like that. I really can't. And I don't think I ever will. Like, like you could probably set me down with a group of people that are racist, and they could try to talk to me about like why they are, and I would be like, I feel like there's so many counter arguments that you could make to, I guess, just the general thoughts that you sometimes see online. I feel like there's so many counter arguments, but it's like a echo chamber inside their head where like they only hear what they are saying. They will not hear anyone else's input. Which again, it's a horrible thing to think about. I don't know why, it's just sad. It really is, because I felt like a long time ago we could probably start the pathway, but I think like we're on these one weird tracks where, like most of what's happening in the world, it will take time to really heal and fix this damage. I don't know how long that time will take. I don't know if we could ever do it unless this planet explodes. But I wouldn't say never. I never like saying never. But I feel like it's going to be a very good while before we are able to move past people seeing other people for just their color and basing everything off just color or how they look. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, and see, that's the funny thing, right? Like, you would think where humanity is at right now, you would think that we were in a outstanding place, right? Like, can you imagine? No, yeah, I get it. Because I thought about this too. Because you would think with everything we have available and accessible to us compared to like cavemen, or not even cavemen, you don't even have to go back even that far. You could probably go back 100 some years. we are have accessibility like no other. We are better off today than we were 100 years ago. Why can't we take what we've learned and improve off of that? Why can't we, like, it's just like, it's insane. We as humanity are in probably one of the best positions to be in ever with each passing day. But for some reason, we are so caught up on holding on to these super old values and stuff like that. And like we're able to go to the moon. We're able to go to space and stuff like that. But yet people still can't see past one another for the color of their skin. Like, it just doesn't make sense. We are actively, like, I don't know, man. I really don't. It's just, it's a horrible thing to think about. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't. Because it's like you said, we're in such a better place. But at least I think, like, we are in a better place human-wise when it comes to, like, accessibilities and, like, things the humans could do. We are in a very better place. But it's like we are so caught up on, not we, but people are caught up on a simple skin texture. People are caught up on based off how someone looks, on what someone eats, how someone eats their food. It's just like, dog. It's like, I don't know. It's like that whole debate that happened. I saw one time on Twitter, people were debating about like how people eat food with their hands, and like, oh, people are like, I won't say what group, but there was a certain group of people that were like, it's disgusting to eat food with your hands. And then the rhetorical question to that group was, you eat pizza and burgers with your hands. Isn't that disgusting? And they were trying to say, like, no, that's not the same thing, when it is the exact same fucking thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's, yeah, I guess the space thing probably wasn't the best the best example, but I guess the point I was just trying to make was like, hey, we can go to space now. I will admit that probably wasn't the best example, because we were trying to outbeat everybody else, which is just great. That really was. Now that I think about it, that was a bad example, because even then, that is kind of rooted in bad form. So that's on me. That is on me, and I'll take accountability for that. That was actually a really bad example. But I don't know. Still, go beat up every racist. And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all of this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was a clone of Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me or any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. Yeah, that ass, time to beat them all. Let's get their ass. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he's in trouble. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No. Seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that he could help him recover. Clonal Richard. Now then, thank you for taking the time to come here. You really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, alright. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Causes might even be with us then to share in the stories. I don't like that. I don't like that. Why the fuck does he say it like that? Okay. Who is that man, and what has he done with Clonal Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talk about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. I hate to say it. I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Oh, Clonal Richard. Clonal Richard. What the hell? I do too. See, there's always like so many good points in this game that it's so hard to... He's so sweet. They're all so sweet. I love the differences between these two and stuff like that. It's so good. Each of them are like on the opposite end of the spectrum for some occasions or some parts. When they are, it's so good to see how it both still plays out very well. It really is. I love them so much. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. I kinda got caught up by Clonal Richard. Did you know? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I didn't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Oh yes, the letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Kloss's children. I can understand at least some of how Clonal Richard feels. Oh, how do you know our dad, too? He used to... Everyone knows our pops, dog. He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late princess, Her Majesty's son. Oh, princes. Late prince. Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. With that, he would still be alive today, none of this would be happening. Preliminarily, what might have been in a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shia. Oh hey, aren't you Shia, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. Did ask, dog, like, to be fair, I guess, like, it is kind of, like, a hard thing to wrap your head around, especially if you only seen one version of your pops, but it's kind of funny, because, like, Joshua clearly saw him firsthand and what he could do, and everybody knows who Cossus is. It's just insane. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to keep into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalification. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Me in a maid uniform. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Leela. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, we'd make the cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and the maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in woman's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hoda, Shia, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shia, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. He has the full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like 3-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute, I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Poor Joshua. Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shia, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. I gotta see this. No one cared for his opinion. Ooh, Estelle, you look great. No one cared for Joshua's opinion. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too, you certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you like to work at Grancel Castle for real when this is all settled. Well, we already work as bracers, so anyway, come on Joshua, get out here. Not a chance. No chance I can talk you out of this. Not at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Hey, there you go, Joshua. I love the little sparkle. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. That has like we had everything paneled him like it's a Broadway, a walkaway Broadway thing. We had every angle. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the queen in person. Yes, this is the do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This is your idea. Can't believe you got the nerve to pick on. Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. Thank God she got us out of this. Oh, wow, I get to play as Hilda. Oh, like, this is actually so funny. Oh, goodness. two, up two, up two, up two, three, up two, three. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Or who are these maids who with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They're only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bows. Huh? I get the feeling we've met before. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any upward thoughts. I rather think that His Grace and the Clonal would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the lead of the royal army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Yeah, that's right, Hilda. Teach them everything. Whew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes now. I don't know if we... Oh, for the love of, why are you always so self-conscious? What's wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. Interesting. Dang, this is a fucking huge ass place, dog. Jeez or Pete's. Is there any other room? No, it's just these two rooms. Okay. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I bought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. Queen Alyssa. Wow, it's finally good to meet her. I bid you welcome. My name is Alyssa von Aussies. I am the 26th monarch of the National Library. I'm Estella Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright, of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbiment capable of negating all other orbital engines. And you say that the Clonal has acquired it? The professor told us that you might have some idea of what it intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Clonal even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so... Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow. So it was a bona fide artifact then. Well, I'm glad to know also my doppelganger theory was thrown out the window. At least for now. Most artifacts I know of have lost their functions, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that's still functional, like Mayor Dallimore's family heirloom. Yeah, sewers under the sewers? Oh, God. Can't wait till we go down there. And something like that is beneath Grand Cell. So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imagining how the Clono could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think, maybe the Clono might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when something trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I did expect no less from Koss's daughter. You're acquainted with our father, your majesty. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precious role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told? Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then this is the role that I am merit to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, your majesty. Lore time, let's do this. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern regions of the Bronian Empire. Its cause yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must. That is interesting. The Empire. Hold on. I'm just shocked by that. They don't know what caused it. The Empire. Yeah, we love our lore dumps. We love them. The Empire used that event as a pretext for the invasion of Libral. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawken Gate. In what seemed like scat movements, all of Libral became occupied territory save by Grand Cell. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. Excuse me, the reinforcements from Calvid were too late to stop their advance. Yeah, deadass, like, let's omit the reason for this war. Like, that... Okay, sure. I'm assuming... Okay. That's such a big detail to leave out and such an important one, but I guess, okay, sure. It probably is the reason why all these events are happening now, too, which is so annoying. It was but a matter of time before Grand Cell 2 would fall. Oh man. But 2 months before the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Deadass, like, it's just like, somebody knows, and that's the thing, right? Somebody knows what started this all, and no one's speaking a word of it, and it's like, oh, fuck. Patrol airships had just been deployed and were used to recapture Libral's checkpoints, serving the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ship launchers from Leestron Fortress. Zeus, Ruan, Bos, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Ambronia forces occupied each region were swiftly crushed. There's our whole group, Richard, Cossus, and Morgan. And the one behind the plan for a counter-offense was none other than one Colonel Cautious Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intersection of the Bracer Guild and the Septim Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was, at this time, that Cautious lost what he treasured most in all of the world: his wife. Lena, your mother, Estelle. The clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffense. What followed, I am sure you know. Cautious was not even able to be at his wife's side in her final moments. Oh, that's awful. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time, he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. I love this, man. I love this these stupid games. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Still. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize for you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Libro in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. I love this fucking family. Excuse me. I love this family, dog. I had to sneeze and it came out really weird. That ruined the whole moment. But I love this. I love Estelle, man. I love all these characters. They're so good. They're really so good, man. And it's so sad. It really is. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. Sorry about that. I would like for you to remove yourself from alien dealings with this matter. Man. But Julia, Lieutenant Swartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you and cause his absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect through is that the helm firm now trembles like leaf in the breeze. Dad asked, dog, she is such a strong character. Even when, like, her dad, when Costas, like, magically disappeared, she never, like, she was sad at first, but she never, like, lost her way. She is such a strong character. She really is. She's such a pillar. Such an outstanding pillar of hope, man. It really is. She is. Sorry. Joshua, if the clone is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from that. After the Sky Bandit incident,
We got that letter and the package that we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like mom and dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. She's so good. She's such a good character, man. It seems she was right about you. Huh? I'm too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter Claudia. So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This cult defeat started when I backed her as a successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Duon was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. Yeah, no shit, dog. That motherfucker can, like, roll in pig filth for all I care. And breathe, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea of your judgment should really be trusted here. She really is. She really is. I like Queen Alyssa, even though we just met you, you are really, really sweet. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strong to a woman wielding political power. Not to, well, Jesus, some game's old, but damn, it even pertains to today. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a large power and still relevant fresh. Yeah, he lacks some qualities, and it's just like, I think some is a very nice way of putting it. I think he lacks a lot of qualities to be a king. Like, a lot. Some of them will perceive a succession of two considerable queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Clonal Richard, I presume. Quite right. There's gotta be more than just that. There's no way he's just like... There's more than Clonal Richard being like, oh, I don't want a woman to be in charge. There's no way that's just it. Claudia's pretending succession to be the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passion of this information to the Duke, is what led to this corp. This was all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power with the Clonal ruling from the shadows. I see. That fine lets see the whole picture. So if Liberal becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'll let Joshua explain. I think that taxes would be leveled to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry will be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Still, oh no is a very, very nice way of putting it. Indeed, the Clonal has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for this country, but I never agreed that they were the right choice of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free culture exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Clonal, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. And so, he demanded that I abduct the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare oppose the Clonal. But I am the queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, She's my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your requests. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle. But the present state of affairs is not cognitive upon my freedom of imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to assert the colonel's true intentions with it. That was such a good-ass scene, dog. I love that fucking scene. It might honestly be, like, my favorite scene, like, from the whole game. So far. Wow, that's totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even one teeth that cool when I get old. Cool. Did you actually just call the queen that? Since she's definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah. I really want to stop this culp thing and help her. That's definitely outside of Bracer's jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. But you know I'm still freaking out about what the queen told us about that. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Stella and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock, actually. It's almost midnight. Dead ass, dog. Like, this is like, it's such a great pivotal moment. It's so interesting. I just think there's more to just Clonal Richard just not wanting a woman in charge. There's just no way it's just that. there's there's no way this man wants to militarize a whole country just because he would rather not be ruled by another woman. That just doesn't fit. Like, the man already sounds crazy with that using the power of the Black Order, but there's got to be more to this than that. But other than that, I like how things are finally starting to tie in soon, and we're getting bits and pieces. The queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's a point to make the guard suspicious. Kind of sucks there's no other like rooms in here. Would have been cool to explore. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discrepancy. That's not fair. But please relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Dorothy. Let's go with Sarah. Mine, that's certainly a sexy name. Okay, dog. You don't look like a Sarah, though. Hey, watch your mouth. Oh, did I catch you off guard? See, I'm very assertive, sexy young woman. Patriots to the core? Exactly, dog. Like, you're patriots to the core, alright. And how about you, miss? You can call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Alright. We're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an alternative motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Thank you, Hilda. Stella's now Sarah now. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not... I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. What's all the noise about? Oh no, oh no, no. okay. Oh, Duhan. Oh, lady of the court. Hey, your maids. You don't look familiar. These two are the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Sarah and that's Karen. They're quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them sort of extra training time. Hmm. Did he recognize us? Good. Given how many times we've run into him, it would be bizarre for him if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for your discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't consider yourself. You know now that I stop and you look. I must say you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you look best with the raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Oh yes. Sarah, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace? I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Yeah, that's not. God. Your Grace, your futureness, while flattering, are best served for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service of Her Majesty Queen Alyssa. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. Fuck you, Duke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how you're liberal. I don't like this. This motherfucker just needs to, just needs to drop it. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded but I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Oh, alright, Sarah. You just let me know if you're having any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. I fucking hate this man. I really do. I apologize ungrievously for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come this morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young miss, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I was like, the door ain't opening. Oh, I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the ones he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awful fond of you. Please. I like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to the matter of tea and why the gentleman should never request it in a polite company. Huh? Come closer. Yeah. Now, do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thank you for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. Only ask that you complete your request she made for you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of the royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open, she's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now. That we're on the job, we'll save her. Shall we be going?
I think we have to go directly to our room and sleep. Uh, oh, great. Captain Emelita. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here. Don't think of it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around. Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you going? Half an hour ago. Please enlighten me, if only for my identification. Kitchen, maid quarters, administration room, guard room, cellar, kitchen. Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there and I never saw you. Well, come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think it's a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? You don't think the questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid's quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, we were... Oh, Estelle Joshua. You've been here the whole time? Zen. Our boy Zen, please save us. Ooh, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, hey, sorry. Hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, some look that we met up again, huh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally gotcha. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, your friends find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there were any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. I love you, Zen. I love you. Oh well, I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just go to bed. Very good then. Now if you excuse us. Aw, decline, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. Ugh, looks like we managed to convince her at least. Then, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. Haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You're an evil man, Zen. Okay, sure, he did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How'd you know? Did Elena tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know it anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way he could have just guessed. So how much do you already know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zen produces a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting.
Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen Vakin, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness.
He really is. I love Zen. He's so cool.
My work considering the Jaggers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreation trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make a fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return.
Cost is bright. God. Dog.
P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Ambronia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it, what it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Costas a favor from a long time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. Why did you realize that we were his kids?
It's like Zen has been on this since the beginning, since we met him, which is so interesting. Ever since we first met him, he's known. I was like, oh, hey guys, I know you.
I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all.
Yeah, deadass. We finally know that he's in Ambronia, at least for now. For now, he's in Ambronia.
We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry. I haven't said anything.
But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen, I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zen in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. As well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with the little requests. Well, you will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Costas. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. Oh. Save point. What is this place? Never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Ever existed. Our rest stop, not a save point. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lorcel, if you'd be so kind to show... This is the underground thing! Our way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa, is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well. So there must be... Archimus? He wields a sword too! Holy shit. He took out that thing in one stroke. Haha, you were the quickest to react. You're indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well is quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. The time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may major, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir. We of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal. For the glory of Liberal. Fuck me. Fuck, dog, that's gonna be bad. I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is this luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. So much money. Now then, Zen. It was pure providence that Costas invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Costas, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are several ranks ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get. Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zen. Well, I may be an A ranked, but I'm still underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S rank. That's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there's only 4 of those on the entire continent. And one of them's Costas. So who are the other 3? Oh, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Costas, which I kind of figured. Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Sorry, but yes, I did. I think we did. Sorry, Estelle. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. Yeah, you did ask Kay. You can't get any more animated than this. Like, there's the A rank, and then there's the S ranked versions. And not only that, the S rank is limited to 20. Or 4. Sorry, not. Yeah. We're army soldiers. Hidden hero, Divine Blade, S Bracer. Oh, dead ass, dog. This was before time. This is the pioneer of it all. This is. We dead ass. We love our shonen stuff. It'd be really so damned awesome. And it sure would be nice if he came back and took care of this case. You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a corp detect was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. The whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the corp was waiting for him to be gone. At least it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the corp was planned around his departure for Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They've had to know him and his behavior patterns exponentially well to be able to pull it off. Well yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think the clonal Richard could have managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just the 2 major events happening to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot certainly rely on causes to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's requests. However, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all bracers and Grand Cell, including Zen, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of the other bracers, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Dog, come on. These motherfuckers are moving so quick. So basically, it amounts to martial law. The enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be strife, any activity on the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we have to do with the resources on hand. Oh, fun, but we're up to it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Urbon Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the presence of counterterrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine that they want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leestrom Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I would like more solid confirmation, however. If we assault the wrong place, we'll have to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are adequate with a report, correct? Oh, you mean Neil? A reporter, wow. Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attend to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us in the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. I love this game. Oh shoot, we completed all of our queen stuff. Hostage liberation. This game is so good, dog. But unfortunately, I gotta call it here for today. Started late, but I got to call it here. I will be back on Friday. Thank you, men, for joining me today. I appreciate it. And thank you to anyone who sees this days, weeks, months, years from now. I appreciate it also. We'll be back Friday, where we will be tackling, hopefully, the siege to save the princess. Even though no gameplay happened this time, we got so much stuff, which I'm happy with. I really am. Thank you, men. You too. Please take care and rest well. Remember, everybody, get your steps, drink your water, check your posture, and always remember you're important. Adios. Oh, this game is so good. This game is really so good. I love it. Love it. I love it. I love it.